When you're creating a form, there's often information that you absolutely need to have sent back to you. You must include a name, for example, or you must include an email address. There are some choices at the very bottom of your form elements called the spry validation set. And these are ways that you can ensure that certain text fields are filled out, that they're filled out in a way with information that you're looking for, that they are indeed choosing the checkboxes. You've all filled out forms like this. When you go to hit the submit button, it kind of highlights the areas that you've missed. And this is the way that you as the designer can set this up. So as an example, I'm going to add another field into my form called email. So I absolutely want them to have an email address attached to this form. So rather than just take a chance by, text field and hope that they don't just blow by that, I'm going to choose the spry validation check text field. At first glance, it looks the same as the regular text field, but as you hover over the spry text fields and all of these other elements, you'll get this little aqua sort of tag letting you know, first of all, that it's a different type of element, but also it will allow you to click on that sort of aqua area, move down into properties, and you'll see some other choices. So first of all, something that's not different is the idea that we do have to give this a name, kind of in response to what the user is going to be filling out. So this is a text field. Well, what type of information am I looking for? And I have a whole list of choices here. Do I want this to be in the format of an email address? Do I want it to be a date, a credit card, a zip code, a phone number? So if any of these items are things that you're definitely looking for, in this case, I want it to be a valid email address, then I'm going to choose email address. Okay, if I move over now to the right, well, first of all, that's kind of nasty. I haven't even filled anything out yet, and you're already telling me that it's invalid. So preview state. So preview, before the user even starts filling out the form, the preview of the form. When do you want that to show up? Well, I'm going to put that on initial. I don't really like the look of it being a negative right off the bat, but those are some options. You can also let the user know that this is required, that it's valid, but I'm going to keep that on initial just so that the form looks normal until they get to that part. Okay, when do you want it to actually validate? When do you want them to kind of give them a clue that the information is not right? Do you want it to be on the blur? Blur means while they're actually filling the form out in that particular text field. Change, so when they've gone on to the next item, or when the form is submitted. And I'm going to let that be when the form is submitted. Okay, well, let's test this out. I'm going to save. Now, I've already saved this. I've been practicing with it. If you're doing this for the first time, what's going to happen is a piece of JavaScript and a CSS file will be downloaded in order for this spry business to work. So it's not a big deal. The only thing you have to remember is that if you're using these spry validation form elements, that JavaScript and the CSS have to be uploaded when the form is uploaded. So I'm going to preview this now and fill out some stuff. And when I get to my email address, okay, well, I'm not really paying attention. It's not in a very good email format. So I get all the way to the end. None of these are required. I'm going to send off my application, and now it's telling me that it's invalid. So anything on your form using these spry elements You could have checkboxes be required. You can have different, the radio groups, different elements that they're filling in, again, from the phone number to credit card. So it's a great way for you to ensure that you're getting the information that you need.